What's up, y'all? I'm back again with another one, and I always say it wrong, y'all. Yeah, The Haunting of Hill House. So, this is this Netflix series that is on Netflix, obviously. So, if you've been under a rock, I think you guys should go and check it out, because if you haven't watched it, this is definitely going to be a spoiler. I'm spoiling, I don't care, I'm spoiling it. So, save this video for later and go watch the series, and when you're done watching it, come back. I'm warning you right now. So I love the show. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I was scared at first because a lot of people was like, you know, oh, people are passing out from watching it, people are having nightmares, people are scared, and stuff like that. So I was like, you know, I don't even really want to indulge into that. You know, I think I'm gonna just leave that alone. I'm gonna pass up on that. But something just kept telling me, like, watch it, just watch it, just watch it, you're gonna love it. And I watched it, and I love it. It was more like creepy and more like, what the hell, than, you know, oh my gosh, like, oh, it's so scary. Like, you know, it was less of that and more of like, what the hell is this? But in a good way. So we have these two married couple who have 4 kids. The wife name is Olivia, and the husband name is Hugh, Hug. I think Hug or Hugh, one of them. And they have 4 kids. They have 2 boys and 3, no. Is it 5 kids? Because you have Olivia, no, I mean, that's the mom. You have Stephen, you have Luke, you have Theodora, Nell, and Shirley. So 5 kids. I'm sorry, y'all. It's 5 kids. And they're moving into this home that their parents just bought. It's very antique, very old. You know, you could tell this was some stuff that was built in like the 1800s or early 1900s or something like that, but it's very antique and it's very old. So they move into this home and it's haunted. It's very big. It has so many rooms, so many, very, very big. But I wasn't even in the house. And just from watching it, I could feel it, like something ain't right with that house. Like, this house is like, something's wrong. And I don't know why people want to move into homes that was built in like the 1800s and haven't been updated since. Or, I mean, updated like it's a computer software. I mean, renovated, like haven't been fixed or anything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand it. So they are moving in, they're fixing it up. They want to fix the home and they're going to eventually sell it. I don't know. I think they were going to sell it because they found out it was something weird going on in the house, or that they just planned on fixing it up so they can sell it, but they brought it. And it's summer. So this is the home for them. The kids aren't in school because it's summertime. Come to find out that Theodora, she's like, I don't know if you want to call her like maybe a psychic or a medium or something like that, but when she touches certain things or people, she's able to see things. So like she could touch you and see something that you've done or something that has happened to you, or she could feel your energy, kind of like an empath in a way. That was her gift. So after that, you have these 2 other married couples. I don't remember, let me see if they have their name listed here, y'all. Let me see, it was 2, Mr. Dudley and Mrs. Dudley. So we have the Dudleys. They are both married, and they've worked in this home before. They worked, well, I think the wife's, Mrs. Dudley, grandmother or mom or somebody worked in that home, and she worked in that home and stuff like that. So she knew some of the things that were going on in there. They, like, both of the Dudleys knew, and they would never stay in the house after dark, because of the things that would happen and that would go on in the home. So I'm like, okay, if these 2 people saying they would not stay in the home after dark, why the hell are y'all staying in the house after dark? And why did y'all even buy this house? Like, what was the purpose? Like, really? So I was so angry and mad with the dad, because I felt like you knew what was going on in the home, and your kids was telling you these things, and you were lying to them, telling them that, oh, it's just an imagination, this isn't true. And he started to see things. Like, he went downstairs in, I believe, the basement, and there was like mold and stuff like that on the wall. He saw like this figure, you know, like a shadowy figure on the wall, and he was creeped out. So he goes and he's tearing the wall down, but first he called like the people for like the mold and stuff like that. And they were like, you know, we could put some fans in here and try it out, the leakage, because it was like a leakage that was going on in the home. And it started from a certain room, but they didn't have the key to open the door. The key that they used wouldn't open the door. So it was like this mystery room. After they tore after he tore the wall down, he saw there was like this skeleton inside of it, and they called the police, and the police was like, you know, you just basically solved one of the biggest mystery murders or mystery something like that. So he told his son, prior to him doing that, he told his son to plug out the fan, and he went and plugged out the fan. He thought the boy didn't plug the fan out because he stuck his hand inside of the fan and tried to clean it or something, and it cut him, like badly cut him. So he was mad at the son, and the son was like, no, I want to help, which was Steven. He was mad at Steven because he was like, you know, I told you to plug the fan out, and he was like, I did. So that right there is like signs that you do not need to be in this house. Like, you already see what's going on. So I feel like it made me really mad because in that moment you put your kid's life in danger because you knew what was going on with this house. They've told you, you've seen things. The Dudleys told you things, and everyone has told you things about this home. And you've even seen signs and different things about it, but you decide to keep your family, you decide to be selfish and keep your family in that home. You knew what was going on. You should have sent the kids and the mom to somewhere, and you could have stayed in the house and fixed it yourself since you wanted to be in there so bad. This room. So this room is like a mystery room. No one could get the door open. No one, like, they've tried like so many different keys and none of them will open the door. It's like this big red door with like a tiger's mouth on it or something, like a tiger's head and stuff, and you stick the key in it and turn it. Nobody can get the door open. The door is locked. They kick the door, they try to break it down, knock it off the hinges, nothing will work at all. It's like very secure, so they just don't go in it. And it was creepy. This was the last episode. And it was so creepy because they've all been in the room before, but they just never realized it. So when the mom goes in the room, the mom sees it as like a reading, like a book room, like where she goes and read her books and stuff like that, like, you know, almost like a library or whatever. When Luke goes in there, it's his treehouse. When Steven goes in there, it's his game room. And when Shirley goes in there, it's the family room. And when Theodora goes in there, it's her dancing room, like dance studio. They each go into these rooms and it's different. It's different. It's not the same. And they don't realize that they've been in the room. So the moment where all of them went inside of, on the last episode in the room, Nell, oh, and I forgot about Nell. Did I say Nell? I think I said Nell. Yeah, Nell is dead. So she killed herself because she went inside of the home, and her mom was just like haunting her basically in her dreams. All of them. And another thing that I noticed too, and I'm gonna get back because I don't want to keep getting on and off and stuff, but another thing that I noticed is that when they sleep, when they're sleeping and when they wake up like gasping for air, it always like low-key pans over to the clock. And when you look at the clock, it's like repeated numbers like 222, 333 or something like that. So I don't know what's going on, like what that was about, but I noticed that. After, when they all is inside in the room, because Luke goes to go, after they have Nell's funeral, nobody can find Luke. Theodora's car is missing. Theo's car is missing. Shirley's, I think, checkbook or card. No, her card is missing. So Luke took the card in the car, and he's going to get gas because he wants to go and burn the house down. And he goes inside of the house to burn it down, and he sees his mom standing there, like putting her hand on, like, come to me. And then the lady that was antagonizing and basically forcing Olivia to kill herself, grabs him like this And I was like, oh my gosh, wait a minute, no. This goes Poppy. I think, yeah, Poppy. She tends to talk to Olivia, and she keeps telling Olivia, like, you know, he's going to hurt them, he's going to kill them, he's killing them, he's taking them out into the world. The world has teeth that is going to bite them and tear them apart. Don't let them leave, make them stay, you know. And she was like, you know, wake up, you need to wake up. And Olivia's like, I'm ready to wake up, I'm ready to wake up. And she's like on the edge of the stairs, like the balcony on the, I don't know what floor that was, but she's like, I'm ready to wake up. And she said, you know what to do, wake up, hey, whatever. So she goes and she falls and commits suicide. So that's the same thing that happened to y'all. I was recording the video and it stopped at a certain point, so I don't even remember where I was last off, but I don't even know where it stopped at. But anyways, let's get back into it. So where I last stopped and stopped talking was where Nell killed herself. So Nell goes into the house and she sees her mom. She sees her husband because she was married, and they said he died of an aneurysm. Aneurysm, I believe? Yeah, aneurysm or something like that. When she was up, she woke up and she saw like this big neck lady that she'd seen when she was younger come and do something, and then the boyfriend, like, she basically has sleep I think it's paralysis, something, the sleep thing where you're sleeping and you see stuff and you can't move. So she's seeing the bit neck lady. When she sees him, her husband is like trying to calm her down, tell her to breathe, ball your fists up and stuff, and he goes to turn on the light. So he normally does this for her because this is what he does. This is like his profession, you know, and that's how they met. So he goes to turn on the light, and then next thing you know, his neck just go like this, and he just fall down and die. Oh, what just happened? Like, what is going on here? Like, why? Like, I felt so bad for Nell this particular series. I can't wait for season 2, but I felt so bad for her because she was like very, very depressed and very misunderstood and unheard. People in real life deal with that, where they feel like they get dismissed, their feelings is not being heard, they're not being heard, so a lot of times they do things to themselves. So I felt like Nell wasn't really given as much attention as she should have gotten. They always dismiss her, you know. And with Shirley, I do not like Shirley at all. I cannot stand Shirley. I was cussing her out every episode. Even from when she was a child, I was cussing her out. I'm like, you are an asshole. Like, she treated them, like, especially in adult age, like, she was a little bit more sweeter when they were younger, but when she got older, she became like an ass. Like, I couldn't stand her as an adult. So she would be like very mean to them. She would ignore their calls. She wouldn't really be bothered with them. But Theo lived with her in her guest home, so her and Theo would communicate and talk because it was like somewhat close. Y'all, this show, it was a lot. So I could go on and on about it, but I enjoyed it. I love just everything about it. The story, the message, and just everything. Everybody was so blinded. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was blind. They saw what was going on, but they really didn't see what was going on. So that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were there, but they really wasn't there. So it's just one of those mysterious shows, and I love shows like that. Like, if I watch a show or a movie and I have to put the pieces together like a puzzle, I'm all in. But if it's something that I could just get it from the beginning, like, oh yeah, she's gonna die, he gonna die, this is gonna happen, like, I'm not gonna be interested in it. So I love the series. I can't wait for season 2. I don't know how season 2 is gonna be, because the way it ended, it made it seem like they didn't really expect a season 2. Because really, it don't really need to be a season 2 the way it ended. But even if it is, I'm super excited to see it, and I'm going to be tuned in, and I'm going to watch it. You know, I love the show. Y'all comment below what you thought of the show and how you felt. What was your favorite episode? What was some of the messages that you got from it? What was, like, a theory or something that you got and that maybe somebody else didn't see, or maybe that I didn't mention or something, like, you know, comment below and let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.